And Jimmy Redmond, Bluefield, Beavers victorious today. Jimmy, the game was a late start, or an early start to beat the rain, and it might have gone this long anyway, but it was a 9-inning game, and you went on Kerry Collins home runs. You know what time you play tomorrow first?
Not really sure. We have graduation tomorrow, and we're trying to move it up in the day. The only thing is with umpires, a lot of these umpires work,
right.
So it's hard for them to get there at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. But
talk about Kerry Collins home runs. You told me before the game, 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts. You don't see that very often from Kerry Collins. He said the most he'd ever struck out was 2 times in the game.
Right.
I'm sure he wanted some atonement today.
He did. I mean, that's baseball. You have to. I tell him to turn a page and have a short memory. Last night he didn't have a good game at the plate, but today he redeemed himself. A couple home runs was a pretty good determining factor today.
Talk about that second, the one that won it for you in the ninth. I mean, he goes up there. You're probably not expecting another home run. Just some solid contact and get a run. Anyway, to get a run across.
Yeah, that's the thing is to look for something he can drive, and not to chase anything early in the count and get something he can drive, and he just barreled it up.
And the first one, to that point, I think Shady had pretty much controlled the game.
Yeah.
And you were able to tie it, and he quickly untied it with that home run.
Right.
Talk about that one, how big that was, just to get you, you really seemed to get the momentum going.
Right. Well, we were 7-5 there at that last inning, and we booted it around. Could have ended it there, but they tied it back up at 7-7, and I think had to light a fire underneath them, and it looked like they were kind of dragging, but we picked up and got back to the top of the order, and that was good. Now I thought Caleb Fuller threw a heck of a game. He kept them off balance with this good curveball he had, and then Bryson came in and shut the door.
Well, I wanted to ask you about Bryson's performance, especially because, like Kerry said, it's hard. You put a sophomore coming in that situation.
Yeah,
it's a tough situation to come in.
It's tough.
And he got in some trouble in the 7th, but he was able to pitch around it. Yeah. They did tie it, but he was able to slam the door. Then they loaded the bases late. Could have won it there.
Right.
Later in the game, but he got out of that trouble too. Just talk about his performance overall on the mound.
I'm proud of him. I'm proud of all these guys, but he's played baseball, little league, t-ball all the way up. He's played a lot of baseball. He plays in the summer, and I think that's key. He plays football, and he competed today. He's got a tough environment over here, a lot of fans. It was loud. And he just blocked it out and with throwing strikes.
He seems to have a certain routine he does before each game. I noticed him out here behind the plate today. Nobody around. He just kind of came out and stood behind the plate. He is a catcher.
Right.
Kind of took in the whole environment. Is that something that you instilled in, something he does?
That's on him. That's mentally he's probably getting prepared, and he really stretches his legs, and he catches a majority of the games.
Right.
So. He's a 10th grader, and he works hard at the craft, and he loves to catch, but he had to come in and pitch.
4 hits and 5 bases. I think he also reached on an error there. But I think he was on base all 5 times he came up. Just talk about him being the table setter up there as the leadoff hitter.
Yeah, he's got a good eye. He hits good with 2 strikes. That last at bat, he had 2 strikes. He had a heck of a game at the plate, and I'm proud of him.
Where's your pitching sit now?
Tomorrow,
if you play tomorrow.
If we play tomorrow, we are looking at our 4 guy. So
I think both teams are pretty much extinguished on their top guys.
Right. Yeah, we're not. You're not at your 1 or 2 guys anymore. So we're going to have to hit and make plays. Make plays behind our pitchers.
Okay, Coach, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Dave.